Thanks for joining me. It's the Aaron Show now. Jeff is no longer with us, unfortunately. Well, he's alive. I want to take a step back on that one. He is alive, but he is no longer part of the show. So I will be conducting my own show. We do have a final episode that unfortunately we recorded several months ago that I'm still going to air. I made a promise. Well, not a promise, but I said I would do it eventually, and I'm going to do it. And here it is, actually. It's already here if you're hearing this. So it's our last show. We didn't know that it was the last show going into it. Well, one of us did, but we'll leave it at that. It's our last show. It has some references that are a little bit old, but you got to bear with us. You got to enjoy the banter. You got to enjoy the back and forth. You got to enjoy the jokes or the observations that are timeless, okay? Because unfortunately, some of them might be news stories that are a little bit old. So, but you know what? Sometimes Jeff would find news stories that were like months and months or years old anyway, just for I don't know, the sake of a laugh. It might have just been a weird story about some guy with his pants down or whatever. So anyway, this is the last episode. I may or may not conduct my own sort of episodes on the Aaron Show. I don't want to promise anything just because I'm extremely lazy at times, or maybe I just have other things going on. But enjoy the last episode. Again, if there's references that are a little bit old, I apologize, but what can you do? I took a long time to edit this. Maybe it's just my one last F you to Jeff for ending the show. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. Here it is. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to the finale of the Jeff and Aaron Show.
The final Jeff and Aaron Show? Is that what you just said?
The finale.
The finale.
Hopefully we end it better than Seinfeld did.
Right. Oh, God. Don't remind me of bad things or Game of Thrones.
I actually had no problem with the Seinfeld ending. But I know people don't like it, so I said that.
Well, what are you going to do with a show about nothing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just going to have a regular episode and suddenly it's gone?
It could work like that.
Well, yeah, you're here. Thanks for listening. We appreciate your faithfulness, your loyalty. You didn't share us enough, though, that's for sure. You didn't tell your friends about us enough.
Don't make this about them.
No, it's not about you. Aaron and I are, we're going to remain friends, but the show... I don't know.
You can tune into the Jeff Show or the Aaron Show, but not together.
We're breaking up, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the final show. We're here to say thank you and give you one last...
Let's not tell anybody. Let's just let them listen. And don't tell any of your friends unless you already have.
I just told a couple.
Oh.
But that means that's half of our listeners.
Yeah.
Don't tell any of your friends.
No, I won't.
Just let them see.
I won't even tell my girlfriend. She'll be caught off guard.
Yeah, it's funny when things come to an end, you you just, there's a sense of it, and then you just kind of feel like, Sinatra said,
don't laugh because it's over. No, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Ooh, I love that.
That wasn't Sinatra. No, that was Mark Twain or something.
Oh. Well, Sinatra said something to the effect that know when they stop clapping for you.
Yeah.
Don't hang around too long. So we don't want to do that.
I think it's a shame because I do have one or two friends who recently told me, "Hey, this show's awesome. I'm going to start listening." So that's a shame.
I'd like to send them back into the archives, but whoever goes back.
I mean, there's 62 episodes.
Right, but do you ever think to yourself, "I'm going to go back and listen to Joe Rogan's 3rd episode"? No.
I have.
Wow. Maybe I'm wrong.
Only on accident because it lists them chronologically. I'm like, wait a minute, I have to scroll down for 2 years?
Oh, my gosh. Wow. So that's good.
Yeah.
So, a lot of things have happened. We had a break. There was a time off. Scheduling difficulties, holidays, family emergencies, tragedies. Something happened. Mm-hmm. We don't know what.
And now I'm going to Europe, so now I don't need to make excuses for why we won't have episodes for the next 2 weeks.
Wow. When do you leave?
10 days. 9 days.
You leave in 10 days.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
June 18th?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I got some things on my schedule, and I'm just waiting for them to come. So I was like, that's 10 days from now? So, okay. Wow. You're going to go European on us. Mm-hmm. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And you're going to just France? Or
No. Hell no. We're landing in the UK, going to France.
You taking the train?
Germany, and then Poland, and then Amsterdam.
Wow.
Yeah, we're taking trains mostly.
That's awesome.
But I was kind of freaked out because I was talking to this travel agent. I didn't even contact her because I'm going on a trip. I just happened to meet one. And she's like, you haven't booked any of your hotels? I was like, well, no. Like, we were going to do Airbnbs or like whatever. We want to kind of do.
Be free?
Yeah. And she's like freaking out. She's like, are you crazy? So she started freaking me out.
Well,
so now we're all booked up.
Oh, good. I didn't want to ruin it for you, but I had a similar experience where I thought, I'll get there, I'll find something, and I ended up paying out my ass.
Well, you can get hostels if you're really desperate.
God, could you imagine? There was a girl that came here and stayed with us. She was a friend of my daughter's from Switzerland, and she had hosteled around California, and she told us some stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll never forget that chick. Her name was Elion, and I kept calling her...
She's like, this is way nicer than any hostel I've ever stayed at.
Yeah, I kept calling her illegal Elion.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, so cool. So you're going to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Man, that's great.
Except for Notre Dame, because it burned to the ground.
You're right. Well, you can go pick up a pile of ashes and bring it home and say these are ashes of the Notre Dame.
That's pretty special.
I wonder if they sold those. That would be genius.
That would
Put ashes in a little bottle. These are the ashes of the original Notre Dame Cathedral. That'd be worth a fortune.
Yeah.
I mean, people buy bricks from like my friend had a brick from Notre Dame's football stadium when they remodeled it. Mm-hmm. They took all the bricks down and sold the bricks one by one.
Smart.
Yeah.
Those things are so dumb though. Did you see when Drake was messing around with Steph Curry? He like pulled a lint out of his hair and then he tried to sell it on eBay.
Are you kidding?
He posted on Twitter like authentic lint from Steph Curry's hair.
Right. Yeah.
Like who cares?
I don't. It's like autographs. I was struck by this idea that reminded me of when we went to spring training and these guys had all these albums and they would just stand there. They would not talk to the player.
Albums?
They look like photo albums, but they're just autograph albums.
Yeah, they don't want to enjoy the moment. They want the signature, yeah.
But they're totally focused on this, and I'm like, what do you do with that?
Yeah, I think a signature, at least, though, it's their handwriting, it's their custom. I get that a little bit. But
what if you can't read it? And like a year later, you're like, who's this guy? I don't know, some guy from the White Sox.
Yeah, it needs to be someone who's so important to you that you'll never forget.
But if he's so important... You're standing right there in front of him, and the only thing you do is open up a book.
Believe me,
shove it in his
I'm
face.
with you, man.
I just go. So I asked the guy. I didn't have a book, so the guy's right there, and I'm like, I don't have an autograph book. What am I going to do? So I just started talking to the guy.
Yeah.
And he started interacting. It was a pitcher, James Shields.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. I said, hey, you miss San Diego? And he's like, huh? I said, the sun and everything. In Chicago, it's cold, and he's like, well, it's nice here. And I'm like, yeah, this is Arizona, you dipweed. You don't effing play here year-round. You're only here in the spring.
He's not used to a real conversation. He's used to, hey, I'm
he's
a big
like,
fan.
Where's your book? Here, just give me your book so I can sign it.
No, you're right. I don't care about autographs at all. So I am on your side on that.
Or if there's something really cool, like when I went to Jerusalem.
I saw a famous guy, actually, at Target.
Really?
Yesterday. Drew Holiday on the Pelicans. Saw him at Target. I didn't say anything.
He's an NBA player?
Yeah, NBA player.
Target in Moorpark?
Moorpark, yeah, pretty random.
Wow, that is random.
He's got a white wife, so that kind of gave it away. I was like, oh, yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Tall black guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and let me just close the loop on the autograph. So I asked the guy, what do you do with all that? And he's all, I don't know, my dad just got me into this when we were kids. We used to come out here and get autographs. I said, how many of those do you have? He's all, I got a whole bookshelf full
It's
of
sad,
these.
yeah.
And it's like, what kind of a douchebag are you?
Yeah. It's like some weird creepy guy who's like in the closet just enjoying.
But they're all there. I mean, I could see if you got a ball signed.
I have a friend who has even a ball though. Yeah,
a ball would be cooler though. You could put it on the shelf and say, "Yes, James Shields signed a ball."
It's
for me.
cool.
Let me open my book. Let me get my graph chart out and see. Oh yeah, okay, I got James Shields in.
But in the grand scheme of things, like unless you're a real MLB fan, you don't know who James Shields. You're gonna get all these obscure guys.
Exactly.
That guy who played on the Dodgers like 2 years and then they cut him. You know,
right.
It's like
Charlie Culberson. You got his
Aesop
autograph.
Choi.
Aesop Choi. The only thing cool about Aesop Choi is he had a name that you could like Aesop Choi.
Yeah, that was great.
God, that guy was horrible.
Yeah.
Anyway. So,
remember Orlando Hudson? He hit for the cycle on the first opening day.
And that's why your brother is a fan today.
Yeah? Oh, that's how it all started?
We were there at that game.
Oh, I
took him to that game.
I was there.
We all went.
We didn't go together. This might be fake news.
No.
Really?
I took Nate to that game because there was a streak there where I was going to opening day games because I worked at the where I worked.
You had a job where you could buy tickets. Now you don't make any money.
I had a job where I could just blow it off and say I'm going to the game.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
But anyway, like if it's something special, I went to Jerusalem, okay, and I don't tell anybody, but I snagged a couple of rocks from around the temple area,
my God.
and I still have them. But I look at them and I go, it's freaking rock.
Yeah. But it's weird because me traveling is getting me excited just to be at these places. Right. But it's like, I could go to downtown LA and be like, hey, a lot of people in the world think this is special.
Oh,
should I get a special warm and fuzzy feeling?
Right.
But no, this is the toilet.
Why don't you step in some human feces and go, people from all around the world just hope to come here and step in human crap in downtown LA. That'd be funny.
It's just weird to think about.
You know what's funny is, like, I'm all about the experience at the moment, right? Like, if I'm in France, I want to just stand there and go, oh my God, I'm here. You know, and just soak that in.
Yeah.
And then I look around and there's people with their stupid face up in their video camera or their phone, and they're like, dude, you're missing it.
Yes.
So you can go home and say, look where I was. You know, and I don't know. There's certain things I should be videoing this, and I think to myself,
I see both angles.
Why do I want to waste my time videoing it?
There's a legitimate point where you're wasting your time video recording and you're not enjoying the moment, but you also do want to remember it because
I know,
it's so short.
It's a strange balance.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when you and I went to the playoff game against the Nationals. I have the video of Clayton Kershaw striking out Bryce Harper.
To end the game or what?
It was like to end a really good threat. That was the biggest threat that they had to beat.
And you don't want to go back and watch that?
Well, I was just, I enjoy remembering that.
Oh, you do?
That I was there. So there's a balance between being part of the moment and...
See, to me, I thought that's worthless. I mean, you might as well enjoy it in the moment for some stupid strikeout and not even end the game.
Right.
But
well,
whatever.
I mean, that was the biggest opportunity they had at that moment. And it was Clayton Kershaw. I think he came in as a reliever in that game.
In case you don't know my thoughts on Clayton Kershaw, he's a bum.
Speaking of bums.
Choking hazard.
Speaking of bums.
Yes. Homeless segment in the final episode?
No.
Damn it.
We're going to have, we got homeless.
Okay.
West Coast bum explosion.
Yeah.
Speaking of bums, Madison Bumgarner is the biggest walking vagina of anyone I've ever met in my life.
Because Muncy didn't run the bases quick enough.
I wish Muncy would have ran out there and knocked his block off.
Well, he did chatter to him a little bit.
He said, come on, man, bring it on, you punk.
Yeah, he is a punk.
He said, and did you hear what he said after the game? He said, if you don't want me looking at the ball, you can go in the ocean and get it. That thing was a monster shot.
Yes, that was beautiful.
First inning yesterday at the Dodgers-Giants game, Max Muncy took Madison bum deep into the ocean. Yeah. So that's what that's all about. That was fun.
But his ERA is 4 this year. He's a bum.
Could you imagine some scenario where he ends up a Dodger?
I know. I just keep thinking about that, too.
There's no. I say to myself, no.
Yeah. He always does the snot rocket, too.
Oh,
you know?
My wife was like, somebody get this guy a handkerchief.
Dude, it's disgusting.
Yeah, he's got a huge schnoz, and he's got it full of something up there.
Yeah.
Maybe his cocaine or his roids.
Could be.
Speaking of cocaine, have you ever been wine tasting?
Yes. Okay. We're probably going to go in France, actually.
So how do you keep from getting bombed out of your tree?
Why would you want to keep from getting bombed out of your tree?
Well, imagine I was listening to these two women at the gym, and they were talking about this wine festival they were going to, and they were saying, when you buy the tickets, you can sample 130 wines or something like that.
Well, allegedly, you're supposed to spit it out, right?
Right.
For the ultra sophisticated.
Well, I think you have to.
No.
If you don't spit it out, you'd be you would be in the fetal position in a pile of your own vomit.
That's the point.
That's the point. Hey, it's a successful wine tasting. Everybody's passed out in a puddle of vomit. Hey, good job, everybody. No, that's a frat party. I think you're a
sorority party.
A sorority party. You're confusing them. Yeah, there'd be no wine tasting at the frat house. It'd be cheap beer. Yeah. No, so I was thinking, man, I would like these cigar festivals. I could not go with a ticket. You get to sample 10 cigars or something, right? Mm-hmm. 2 cigars in, I'm at my limit. I'm like, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing about a cigar is you have to smoke it for a while to get the full.
Well, can you get a fatty, though, to just last for hours and you'll be there for like 3-4 hours?
My God, if you're, you know what I mean? If you're standing there with all these thousands of great cigars, you're like, I want to try them all. Yeah. But you have to smoke them a little bit to experience the whole thing.
Sometimes life doesn't work out the way you would hope.
Well, you know what? I figured out there's one tasting that you could do and never get tired of. Never get to.
Is this getting dirty or something?
No. I was sitting there thinking, and the thought came across my mind. The only thing that I could continue to do for hours on end is cocaine. Oh. So I was thinking it'd be perfect to have a cocaine tasting. Yeah. Is that Bolivian?
Maybe in Colombia.
Is that Colombian or Bolivian? Wait, but Bolivia and Colombia are 2 different countries, right?
Yes. Clearly. The Dominican. You hear about this Dominican shooting? Big Papi?
I'm not done with my cocaine.
Okay.
Big Papi shot someone?
He got shot.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Keep
doing
going.
Cocaine?
We'll go back.
Because that would be a great segue if he was doing cocaine and got shot.
You just said Colombia, and then I figured, hey, Dominican is kind of like Colombia. So
I don't think they grow cocaine in
the
Dominican Republic. No, but anyway, so when you're doing coke, I mean, you know, the thing is you can just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And me and my friends, I used to try and sabotage myself by putting my money in the bank on Friday night so I couldn't buy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then,
they don't take credit card at the local coke dealer?
No. But then at 2 a.m. when I ran out of coke, I'd be like, dang it, man. Why did I do that? Why did I put my money in this stupid bank when I could blow it all?
Do you think it's bad for your heart?
It is.
Yeah. It's like coffee, though, right? It just gets you going a little bit.
But if there was a cocaine tasting festival, I could be there all day for a week straight.
I see where you're going with this.
So anyway.
They're like, it's from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Right.
That's it?
Monday through Friday. Yeah.
So anyway, Big Poppy.
Big Poppy's in the Dominican?
Yes, he was in the Dominican.
What's he doing
He got
down there?
shot in like a club or something, point blank. This should be the news segment. Very sad. But he's going to make it. He's in stable condition.
Okay, I was like, I don't even know anything about this
story. But he
story.
did fear for his life. Apparently, the doctors heard him say something like, don't let me die. Please don't let me die.
Wow.
So he was definitely in danger for a while.
Well, okay, there's a few things wrong with this right off the bat.
Okay.
One, what the hell are you doing in the Dominican Republic anyway?
It's a scary
People
place.
are on boats trying to get to the United States to get away from that.
Yeah.
He goes back.
Well, people always die, too, from car accidents. There must be no laws about, like, you know, they die in these high-speed accidents. Like, I think a couple of baseball players died.
Can you imagine? I mean, we just assume that the rule of law, you know, we accept it, right? And it's, you know, okay, it's part of the civil society.
And we complain about it.
Right, we complain about it,
Yeah.
but without it, we'd be freaking locked. We'd have iron bars around our houses and guns and, you know, yeah.
It'd be Back to the Future Part 2.
Right. Exactly. But, you know, you get out of the country and it's like wild, especially in the,
don't scare me,
third
man.
world.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to all right.
Okay.
But the third world, man, oh my God, man. So every man for himself. If I can get my wheels on it, I'm driving 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you're on the sidewalk, dude.
Yeah.
And they honk. There's certain places in South America where to gain right of way, you have to honk.
Oh, believe me, when I was in the Philippines, I was shitting my pants every time I was in the car.
I can't believe there's not more deaths.
No,
you know what I mean?
You should see. I mean, you talk about passing on a two-way street. there's like a middle lane. They're like constantly just going. I'm like, holy. And then we have this driver, right? So we just paid this guy like $20. This is the fun thing about the Philippines. Is like, you know, money to them, our money's a lot more valuable. So you give a guy like $10. He's like, I'll drive you, 100 miles. I don't care.
I'll give you a hand job at the same time.
Yeah. No, he's got to do the stick shift, so he can't do a hand job. This is why we're ending the show, by the way. Jeff doesn't like the dirty jokes.
He have his wife in the car. An extra 10? Hey.
Yeah. So anyway, he's like dozing off. Like he's passing cars and then like meanwhile shifting gears. And we're like trying to lighten the mood. We're like, hey, you come this direction often? Trying to like have a conversation with him, and it was just freaky.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have drank all that cough syrup right before I got in this car.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop them from driving crazy.
No.
Even if they're tired.
No, he's still passing people, doing all sorts of weaving and in and out of traffic.
In some ways, you're envious of that. Because you're like, God, if I could ride down the median of the freeway, you know what I mean? I'd just be...
Yeah.
But we got these damn traffic laws.
And then in the Philippines too, they have like these signs with like dead motorists. We talked about this. They have like their guts coming out. I'm like, they're like, drive safely, please. I'm
Are
like,
you kidding?
No, you can see the picture right there. I'm like,
oh, a full picture, not like a cartoon rendering.
No, a real picture
wow.
of someone who like died on the highway.
And yet that has no effect.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, everyone's trying to avoid that. It's not like we're unaware of that being possible.
For me, it's so bizarre to think about a culture where you can't get anyone to go along. You know what I mean? It's like, look, if we all just do this and don't do these crazy things, then it'll be better.
It's because it's always advantageous for you to exploit the most possible. I don't know. That's not the right.
Yes,
it's the prisoner's dilemma. Are you familiar?
I should be.
Well, the idea is you have these two prisoners where if they cooperate and they both kind of confess to the crime, then they both have a better outcome. But it always ends up more beneficial for one of them to rat the other out.
Exactly.
So in the end, it never makes sense to cooperate.
Right. So yeah, man, you're right.
It's a shame.
That's why crap like socialism will never work. Not to get political.
Oh, are we getting political in the last episode?
No, but if you go and look at some socialist country and there's a bread line of people waiting for the government bread, every one of those people has got one thing in mind, and it's their own self-interest. It ain't, I'm so glad I'm helping the collective.
That's why
by just getting my one loaf of bread this week.
That's why at a certain point you have a job, you're making money. It's like, wait a minute, you're telling me if I stop working and I can still sit in the bread line and get food, then it doesn't matter? That's the problem.
If I just wanted to sit at my house and play video games all day and I could get government bread and I had free internet, I might take advantage of that.
That's a great deal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't help it. I got to have something to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, video games.
No, God. 2 hours of video games is like, that's a long sesh for me. I can't do more than that.
Yeah.
I start getting kooky.
No.
And my friends will be on for like 8 hours. They're playing different games. And I'm like...
It's tragic.
I go, yeah, life is tragic.
Hey, speaking of video games, I just saw a new Black Mirror season came out the other day. Go watch it.
I'm glad that did you binge watch it?
Only 3 episodes. You can't really binge watch it.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, 3 episodes in a new season. It's a scam.
We just were watching the first episode last night.
Oh, it was very disturbing.
Well,
I watched it last night too.
I was like half asleep because I was so wiped out.
Yeah.
We only got through half of it, so don't tell me the rest of it.
Okay.
But I'm like, what is this? Are we going into the gay world now? It's all got to be gay. Everything's got to be freaking gay and transgender.
Yes.
Okay, so if you and I are playing a video game, and spoiler alert, you and I are playing a video game, and in the video game, one's a man and one's a guy, and we end up getting it on in virtual worlds. Does that make us gay?
No.
I don't think so.
It doesn't.
If I look at you and you're some hot blonde chick, I'm going to get some of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And, hey, Aaron. Unless it's so realistic.
Yeah, well, that's the idea.
I'd have to have you shut your mouth. You couldn't say a word. I'd be like, don't talk, Aaron.
I want to finish.
I'm losing it.
No, but it sounds
Shut up.
It sounds like a woman, though. So I could talk.
Yeah, but you couldn't be like, are we going to record tomorrow? We're going to say anything that has to do with our real life. Because then I would be like,
well, in real life, we're never going to record tomorrow because it's over. The show's over.
Yeah, that's it. You've tuned into the final episode, in case you didn't know.
You know something I noticed about kids? Can we shift gears?
Sure.
Kids, they think it's hilarious to be like, hi, mommy, wammy, chommy. They just rhyme things. Have you noticed this? They think it's like hilarious. I'm listening to like a bunch of kids literally have this conversation like, hey, Aaron, Baron, Charon, and then they all start busting up laughing like he cracks some great joke.
Is this your family, kids?
I'm like, this is like some underworld of like, I just can't even comprehend it.
Right. And whoever's doing that.
This is comedic genius to them.
Whoever is doing that is the comedian in the group.
Yeah.
That's the little Aaron coming out.
Yeah.
But
you got the famous baby who's got all the jokes like, so I was having dinner with everybody and.
I'm going to do my Aaron, Baron, Perrin thing because that kills every time.
Yeah.
It's funny because they're little pea brains, they just.
Yeah. I'm like, did I miss the punchline?
Right. Why don't you slap him around and say, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a real funny joke.
Let me tell you funny. There's a Chinaman.
Right.
There's a Chinaman, a Muslim.
You're making me very sad because I want to be there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
LIT. Life is tragic.
Life is tragic. What are you going to do?
Yeah, nothing you could do. Anyway.
Those little kids.
Yeah.
They'll kill you.
You hear about the 8-way tie of the spelling bee?
Don't even get me started.
Talk about a participation trophy.
Did you hear about the controversy?
About the 8-way tie?
Yeah.
What was it?
Those kids in the spelling bee, many of them paid their way to get there.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Man,
so they're not like you win your local spelling bee at your 8th grade, 6th grade elementary school, and then you move to the national, and then you move there, and then you get no, they just paid their way in.
Yeah. It had to be the white kids that paid their way in. I will say, because it's always like the Asians and like the different minorities that are winning.
Yeah. All I know, at the time of the 8-way tie, I invested some time in the controversy, and I cannot tell you one thing about it now.
Okay. Anyway,
because that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. But it was funny in light of the paying to get your kids into college scandal.
Who cares about a spelling bee?
God, it's big business.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, who gives a crap?
I'm talking about why would you pay your way in? I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
And does it really matter what's going on if like these 6th graders are at home studying every freaking word in the dictionary?
Do you think there's one adult who's like, You remember onomatopoeia in 2002? That's how I won. Like, nobody knows you after after you're
maybe
old.
you've heard of me. I won the spelling bee when I was 7
You don't
years
remember?
old.
You don't remember seeing the ESPN highlight reel?
It was the one where, this, that, and no.
I guess now that there's an 8-way tie, I would remember that. Remember that 8-way tie in 2019? Oh,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Do you remember who was it? No. What does it mean?
Nothing.
God.
What does anything mean? Life is meaningless,
I know.
right?
And as these institutions get brought down with these controversies, like paying to get involved, you just start to wonder, what the hell? What's the point of anything?
No, in a billion years, we're useless. Nobody cares.
Right. In 100 years.
Sorry, that's nihilism, folks. We don't want that.
Yeah, we're not nihilists here.
Well, what did they say on that movie?
We care about nothing. We're nihilists.
Yes.
Oh my
They
God.
said they were like nihilists, man.
Anyway, so in the world of nothingness, all right, so we're nihilists now. We've transferred. We've transitioned. God.
Transition.
Maybe this is why this is the final episode, because my brain does not work anymore, and I end up sounding like a complete dope.
Yes.
Which I think is part of the goal of our show.
Yeah. Jeff has been diagnosed with a brain tumor, which is why the show can't continue. He is not capable of functioning or having a conversation.
I just covet your prayers, and I'm going to get through this. So with God's help and your prayers, and
I'll spread your ashes all over somewhere for you.
Maybe you could put them in little bottles and sell them.
Would you
These
like
are Jeff's
that?
ashes?
Would you like if I spread your ashes somewhere?
I could care less what you do with anything.
Yeah. Care less? Okay.
I couldn't care less. Or is it I could care less?
You couldn't care less.
I couldn't care less. I care so low that I could not care less.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
so it's couldn't.
So you wouldn't even get like any kind of satisfaction out of knowing that I'd spread your ashes somewhere that you'd love? Like in an ashtray at your favorite cigar shop?
I think that's more for the living.
Yeah.
That's like if my wife said she's going to scatter my ashes up at Lake Nacimiento because I love it.
But you could be watching someone like from above somewhere, right?
God. Okay, you weirdo.
Or below.
So that way when my wife goes to the lake, she can say this is where, it's a memory thing for the living.
Yeah, he used to piss in this lake all the time.
Right. Or the ocean, My family member passed away, and my family member's wife scattered his remains in the ocean, which was a hilarious scene.
It was? Didn't go as you hoped?
No, first of all, she didn't get any kind of permit. You have to have a permit to do that. So it was literally the Big Lebowski. She had him in a coffee can, and she paddled out on his surfboard, but the sea was so rough, she couldn't get out very far. Yeah. So it was literally like...
I wonder how many times someone dies spreading ashes. That would be a really big irony.
Wow.
Yes.
That's you're blowing my mind.
Sorry, but and so she was paddling out, and it was just a storm, basically?
Yeah, it was really rough.
Choppy.
Couldn't get out very far. So it was basically like she paddled out, 10 feet right here.
She's like, all right, F this.
Right? She's like, close
I don't love
enough.
you that much.
The ocean's the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe I'm making fun of that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Should we cut that out?
No.
Okay.
I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Show's over. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's over. Who cares?
Any complaints you have, you say, look, the show's over. It was the last damn episode.
Right. You don't have to listen anymore.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Your wishes come true. Okay, so we were at the Dodger game together, and we didn't know it. Mm-hmm. That was the Nacho Cheese Matt Beatty Dodger game.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I did. It was mostly ketchup, I think.
No, I thought it was nacho cheese.
I think it's ketchup.
It was not ketchup. It was yellow. When is ketchup yellow?
Well...
And if it was mustard, my God, the guy must have had half a bottle of mustard on his thing. I think he went right into a plate of nachos.
You know what's funny you say that is my nephew, my dad always makes this joke. Like he points at the ketchup and he goes, can you pass the mustard? And he gets so pissed. He's like, that's not mustard. And now we're having the same argument. Anyway, sorry.
Well, then he goes on to have a great game.
Yes.
Right? So I'm thinking, is he going to smear nacho cheese on his uniform before every game? Because
Maybe.
I would.
Yeah.
I would be like, where's... I can't get in the batter's box. I don't have any nacho cheese.
You're a superstitious guy?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Does that go in line with your belief in a higher being?
No. It's all about my mental makeup at the moment.
Mental retardation.
Frankie Beans! No, it's all about putting me in the right mindset.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with
I hear you.
Because my wife will point out all the time, honey, what about the 5 times you put the nacho cheese on your uniform and you freaking struck out?
Yeah.
Huh? Does that count for anything?
Yeah.
And I'm like, shut up, babe. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it would be funny if they're showing it in slow motion, and he's there and he's diving and all the cheese gets all over him. And I was like, would it be funny if he went into the stands and there's like a big hot dog and the dog just goes right across his face.
Yeah.
And they're showing it in super slow motion.
Slaps him in the face.
And then forever he's got this video of a big hot dog slapping him in the face.
Wait, did we explain it well enough? For those of you who didn't see.
First baseman of the Dodgers, Matt Beatty, went into the stands after a foul ball.
To catch a foul ball.
He fell over, and when he arose from the stands, he had nacho cheese all over his pants.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
Okay.
But if you can't follow the show, if you can't keep up, then don't listen anymore.
That's the reason we're stopping the show.
Right.
Jeff doesn't like the pace, though, because we go too fast.
And also, did you hear about Charlie Murphy?
No.
Oh, that's right. It was Eddie Murphy's brother.
Yeah, he's been dead for a while, right?
Charlie Murphy?
Oh, maybe it was his other brother.
Oh, I had no idea.
How many brothers does he have?
I had no idea he had a brother, but somebody told me he's really funny.
He's dead.
He is?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I don't know why I wrote that note.
So someone told you he's funny?
Yeah. They said Charlie Murphy's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Died in 2017.
Of cocaine overdose?
No, it was like a
alcohol?
heart thing, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. So someone told you he's funny. You just happen to not know he was dead.
right.
Gotcha.
But I wish I would have made more. I just said, did you hear about Charlie Murphy?
Yeah.
Because I had no idea what
Yes.
that note meant.
But you know what would be really tragic is what if he's like, I'm actually the funny brother. Like
Right.
everybody thinks Eddie's funny.
Where do you think he got that material?
Yeah.
He stole it from me.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Also, so you might forget about, Charlie Murphy's dead.
Yeah, we're-
Not only is
Yeah.
he dead, but the segment is dead. We're
Yes.
moving on. You've been on dating websites, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. What's the most successful?
Most successful. Not too much success. Maybe like a 2-week thing. I don't know.
No, I mean, which was the one that you're like, this one works? You know
Oh,
what I
the
mean?
site?
Yeah.
I don't think any of them work personally.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying you don't need to try it, but
I feel like they're filled with a bunch of dudes, but who knows? Yeah, it's just a
that's
bunch
Grinder, bro.
of... Oh, that's Grindr. Is that gay?
Yeah.
Oh, God. See, good thing I don't date, because I'd be like, I'm going to go on one of those. What is it, Grindr?
Yeah.
Okay, and be like, oh, wait a minute. Grindr's probably very successful.
Yes.
You could probably swipe on Grindr and be having sex in 15 minutes.
Yes.
You know? And like, later, dude.
Yeah.
Later.
I had a friend in college who happened to be gay, and he would tell me
He
all
got
the
more action than
Yes.
you could ever imagine.
I was
he just
like,
walks
what?
down the street and gets action.
Wait, so you message them and then they actually reply? Because girls, when you message them, they don't usually reply because they know you're a creeper.
Right.
So.
Well, it doesn't matter, because even I don't care how loose and free the society is. It's still, I don't know. I could be speaking out of my butthole right now.
Well, you don't know. You're a Gen X.
I'm a Gen X and I'm happily married, and I'm not dating.
No.
But I can imagine that you can't just go, hey, you want to have sex? Yeah, let's go have sex. I just imagine girls are not there.
You got to open with like, hey, let's Netflix and chill at least.
The girl that says yes, that she wants to have sex with you, has the sex drive of a man, and she might
Be a
tranny.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, come on over, man.
The trannies are taking over. The government's unleashing a bunch of transsexuals.
Right.
I don't know.
It's in the food, man. They're releasing stuff in the food that's making you transsexual.
We should do all our impressions on the show on the last one.
Well, there's time for some Alex Jones impersonations
Good.
later in the news.
And Bernie.
So my friend is on a dating website, and he said he just mentioned to me that someone's profile quote. Okay, I don't know how these things work, but evidently there's a profile, and the quote on there, you say something about yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, I'm Aaron. I'm funny, and I'm ready to go. So
I like
just call
girls,
me,
and
right?
I don't know.
So he read this one to me that made no sense.
Mm-hmm.
When you said friends with benefits, I assumed you owned a bookstore. Can you figure that one out?
Well,
is this some kind of cryptic thing?
My guess is she loves books, so the benefits to her would be getting free books or something.
So she likes to read.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything more individual that you could do than reading? You're on a dating website.
Masturbate.
Right, exactly. You're on a dating website. I like to read. Oh, can I join? Can I sit next to you and stare at your face as your eyes go back and forth?
And then all of a sudden it becomes apparent why they're single.
Right. Yeah. You like to sit at home with your cat on your lap and read.
And why are you dating?
Right. You want to go to a bookstore? Is that what you want to do? All right. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah. I thought it would be like, I was trying to think of an angle like benefits, like medical benefits, but clearly that doesn't work in that instance.
No. Yeah, friends with benefits. I thought you
like if you were a doctor, maybe then you could say friends with benefits.
Right.
You know.
I'm looking for health care.
Yeah.
So, do you have health insurance?
Yeah.
If we get married, will I be able to join? Does it cover pre-existing conditions? Shall we take a break and come back with the news?
Let's do that.
That was a good ramble segment
for
the
it was
last
a little long.
episode.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of editing.
We're giving the people what they want, which is content.
One thing I want to say, last one. This is a funny story. Let me just bring this up before we go to the break.
Okay.
Real quick. So we were walking through the streets of LA, right? Me, my girlfriend, and her friends. And it's kind of a dumpy neighborhood, right? It's not a neighborhood I would be hanging out in.
Are we talking mid Wilshire downtown?
This is literally like the heart of Hollywood, I think.
Hollywood,
yeah.
Okay.
So
bum capital of the world.
Yes. So we're walking by a house and my girlfriend's there and her friends, and they're dressed maybe a little skimpy, sure, whatever. And the guy who's sitting at his porch says something like, "Damn!" And my girlfriend happened to was a couple drinks deep, and she said, "Who said damn? Who?" She starts freaking out, and the guy responds like, "It's my hood." Well, like, and then and Nicole's like, "And why are you letting him say that? Aren't you not going to stand up for me?" And I'm like, "This is his hood. He can say whatever the fuck he wants." And I hope it was because she was drunk, because I was like, holy, like you're gonna let this guy say whatever he wants. He can critique you. He can do whatever he wants. I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. This is your hood, in fact.
Mind if we dance with your dates? No, please, sir, go ahead.
Anyway, that's her. That's the bravery of her when she's had a few drinks. You know, it's like
at your expense.
Yeah, exactly. We had that debate. Like, what kind of person do you become when you drink? Is it a more brave person? For her, it's a brave person.
Well, maybe she should be flattered.
And by brave, I mean stupid.
Hey, if you don't shut up, my boyfriend's going to kick your ass. Hey, pipe down there, girl. Sir, sorry to bother you.
Yeah. Didn't mean to disturb your hood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, she must have been... what happens when you are going out and you look at Nicole and you're like, damn, honey, put some clothes on. Do you just own it, just go for it, and just like, yeah, it's my woman.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I normally would say something, but in that scenario, I don't think I'm going to be,
Well, I mean, no, I'm talking about when you're getting ready to leave the house and she comes out of the bedroom. And you're like,
I'll tell her to change if I need to.
Hey, we're going to Hollywood. Put some clothes on, girl. You look great.
Yeah.
You don't need to show everyone how great you look.
Right.
But she's like, no, this. I love this. This outfit is so cute. Tell her get the burlap romper.
She's like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. I got wood right now. What are you talking about? It's not that bad.
Should we go to break?
No. So I used to encounter that a lot, and we've talked about it on the show. I had an ex-girlfriend, long red hair, long legs. I mean, just when she got dressed up, forget about it.
Like Jessica Rabbit.
You
familiar?
Yes, I'm trying to think. Not so curvy though.
Okay.
I mean, Jessica Rabbit was curvy. That's really hot.
Oh, okay.
No,
so she wasn't as hot as Jessica.
Every
Rabbit.
once in a while, she would just like get on these black pumps and this mini skirt, and I was like, oh my god, I can't.
You got to be careful with the tone in your voice right now.
Yeah,
you sound a little too excited.
No, I'm just thinking back. I'm remembering, and we would go to the bar or whatever, and I would go to the bathroom and come back. There'd be three guys, all over, and I'd be like,
you'd go kick all their asses.
No, I'd say, hey, honey, you want to date any of these guys? Yeah. Nope. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming, guys. You gave it your best shot.
And then one day she said yes, and you broke up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do when you got a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
You just got to roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
At the wedding, two of our listeners got me. Oh, you got to cut that out.
We bleep them out?
Yeah. We don't put names.
No.
Two of our most faithful listeners got married on Saturday. Okay. And so the bride's father is a really dashing older guy.
Dashing older guy. Like a George Clooney?
Maybe like George Clooney's dad.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he's older.
Okay.
He's in his 60s, maybe 70s.
Yeah.
Okay, and he lives in Florida, so he's got the Florida tan going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's got the silver fox hair. Mm-hmm. He's just a good-looking older guy.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently,
jeez, man, you want to hang out with this guy and take him on a date?
I'm on Grindr looking for him right now. No, and so, and I guess he's got some money. He looks like he's put together pretty well. Yeah. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
Right. So
he's got a great body.
Right. Cute ass. So we start dancing, and the band was amazing.
You and him start dancing?
No,
Okay.
we as in the whole party,
right,
whole place is
Yeah.
dancing. Suddenly, I look up, and he's dancing with my wife.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and
And she likes older men.
Oh yeah, I was in danger.
Yes.
The only thing that saved me was the margaritas at the reception were not very strong.
Mhm.
So Michelle had a couple margaritas. She's like, I feel nothing. And I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
thank God.
Not very strong. That's a crime against humanity.
It is.
Yeah.
I know everyone knew it, you know. So I went back and found the bottle of tequila, and I
Mhm.
made my wife a straight tequila on the rocks with a little lime.
You're like, hey, we
trying
gotta
trying to get some action going.
Yeah.
But then all she wanted to do was go back and dance with this older guy.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm like, hey.
backfired.
Yeah, so I'm over there dancing by the column in the middle of the dance floor by myself, and Michelle's...
You're doing the robot or what?
Yeah, and they're doing like swing dancing and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's whipping her around, and she's... Yeah, I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
And Christy was looking at me like, hey, you see what's happening over here?
Is he single?
Yes.
Okay.
She kept telling me, you're a catch, Dad. And I'm like, yeah, he's trying to catch my wife.
Yeah.
And she's married, pal.
Yeah.
So I
She's
thought
married,
about,
old timer.
I thought about punching him, but I had just done the service. I just, what is it when you do the service?
Eulogy? No. Officiate?
I just officiated,
Yeah.
right? And now I'm dancing. I didn't want to punch the
Yeah.
you know, that'd be...
You had a whole spiel on not getting jealous or
Right.
something.
That would be a party faux pas,
Yeah.
I think, if I punched the
Yeah.
bride's father.
Anyone else could punch him, but you, no.
Well, he was a gentleman,
Hmm.
but he was enjoying my wife. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Is there a community of old people who still like hook up and do that
Oh
stuff?
yeah, my God! There was a story not too long ago about social STDs on the rise
From
in
old
nursing
people?
homes.
Oh, man.
Yes, because they're just in there knocking boots.
Yeah.
And with that Viagra, you know,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, the pencil's got lead again.
Yeah.
What the? Oh, where did you come from?
Yeah.
And then he walks into the grandma's room. Check it out. Hang your towel on it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And they're already getting all sorts of rashes anyway. So it's like, who cares if you got one on your Johnson? You know?
Anyway, we got 4 viewers.
Yeah, I know.
My God,
Thanks for joining us.
what's
This
happening?
last episode of the Jeff and Aaron Show.
Yes, you're tuned into the Jeff and Aaron podcast where we Twitch it.
Yeah.
So
Let's go to the news.
we're gonna take a quick break and go to the news, but you will not leave. All right, welcome back to the Jeff and Aaron Show, final episode.
Final news segment.
The final episode. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I got a little. My throat is a little. Anyway.
The final news segment of the final episode.
Right.
Wow.
For now,
Very
until the retirement sucks episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pennsylvania man calls in local TV station to complain that all of the tornadoes they're having are caused by traffic circles.
Yes.
Are you familiar with these traffic circles?
You mean like a roundabout?
Roundabout,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Which,
I dig.
you dig them?
I don't know.
I don't like them.
He's like, God did not intend for traffic to flow like this.
Well, let's hear what the
And
gentleman...
as punishment.
Let's hear what the gentleman had to say.
Have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles. Because on the counter, you want to know why? When people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes. I just wanted to...
Wow, I didn't know. See, I thought I was taking the angle that like he was like saying God didn't will it, and then
No.
and then his vengeance.
He realized something. He's in his community. He realized they start putting traffic circles in, and then
Tornadoes
a
started.
tornado
hitting.
started
My
happening.
goodness.
And so when people are going round and round, they cause disturbances in...
You know what else could cause it is if you spin in circles really quickly.
There's a tornado going on in this guy's mind is
Yeah.
what's happening.
I thought you were gonna say pants.
Now, we didn't have no traffic circles until the tornado started coming. And then the tornadoes and the traffic circles come, and that's why we got the environmental things going on. That's okay. So that's why it's happening. Maybe he thought he was calling the Alex Jones show. You're exactly right, brother. You can, you look at other things that are going on. What about tilt-a-whirls? What about merry-go-rounds, huh?
The government plants traffic circles so that they can have tornadoes. FEMA.
Do you know how much big business there is in atmospheric? You know how much?
What?
You know how much money these governments pull in on these
Tornadoes?
environmental catastrophes? That's what I wanted to say.
There you go.
Damn it. It's big business, brother. $2 billion a year. You think they can afford a couple of traffic circles? Oh, yeah. Somehow Alex Jones and that guy came together.
Yeah.
It was Alex Jones from up in Boston, eh? He's a Canadian. Alex Jones is really Canadian. That's the real controversy here. Anyway, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
This
not bad.
This dope. It was fake news presented to me because it said 911 call. Mm-hmm. But it's a call into a...
Oh, man.
Call into somebody's... whatever.
Next story.
All right, next in the news. Did you hear the Ohio weatherman's rant when the people were pissed off that he was cutting off the Bachelorette?
No. I have a friend on the Bachelorette. Did you? God. let me name drop him.
Is he still there?
Yes, he's still there.
He survived?
Yeah.
Isn't it like kind of like Survival where you get voted off the island?
Yes.
Ohio weatherman snaps at viewers as tornado warning interrupts the Bachelorette.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That's
and I know
shame.
that you had a friend on there, so
yeah.
I thought it tied in nicely to our thing.
Peter the pilot.
He said, I'm done with you people. Really? This is pathetic.
I was just checking social media. We have viewers complaining already. Just go back to the show. No, we're not going back to the show, folks. This is a dangerous situation, okay? It's nice, right? Think about this was your neighborhood. I'm sick and tired of people complaining about this. Our job here is to keep people safe, and that is what we're going to do. Some of you complain that this is all about my ego. Stop, okay? Just stop right now. It's not. I'm done with you people. I really am. This is pathetic.
I'm done with you.
It's a dangerous situation here.
It's hard to go back to being the local weatherman after I'm done with you people.
Right. Well, could you imagine you're sitting there, you're watching The Bachelorette, you want to know what's going on. Yeah. And suddenly this bozo pops up with, hey, we've got some high winds coming in.
Yeah. They're like, we know, life is tragic. People are going to die.
We've lived in Ohio our whole lives. This happens every freaking spring, dude. Yeah. We don't need to see you. You know, it's funny, though. When I was in Missouri visiting my family as a kid, in the corner of the TV, there would always be like tornado warnings, and it would have the counties.
Where were you?
Missouri.
You lived in Missouri?
No, I was visiting.
Oh, okay.
I was visiting in the summer, you know, when storms are a big deal.
Yeah.
And I just thought, man, it's so weird to live in a place where, you know, you got these weather warnings, and you got to check, see, okay, no, we're good.
Yeah.
You know,
at least with us, an earthquake will catch us off guard. We have no idea it's
Who
coming.
gives a crap? Yeah. You know, you just all of a sudden, you're like, whoa, what the hell's happening? And then it's over.
Yeah. Everyone says, like, oh, well, you got tornadoes and hurricanes on the East Coast and then earthquakes on the West Coast. And it's like, when does that happen?
We have one every maybe 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
You know,
like, geographically speaking, we live on like the worst fall ever, right?
Could you imagine spending every day thinking that the earthquake is coming? And it's coming. And it's going to be here. You going to work?
Be ready.
You going to work? Are you serious? You got to be ready. I mean, you know, I'm ready to. Where would you hide in an earthquake? You're supposed to hide in the door jamb?
Under the table?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
If it shakes and quakes and falls on my head, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, but I do think you should have some water. That's the only thing.
I don't.
In case
you got a sink.
At some point, the earthquake is not affecting some other place. You could go get some water.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to turn into freaking Mad Max all of a sudden, and everyone's like, "We got to get the gas," you know, and then you got gangs surrounding the gas station.
I don't plan for emergency because that's a waste of money. You got to buy all those cans and the water. It's like, I got to cut costs.
I have a family member who bought like the 3-month supply for like 20 people.
They like want a disaster to happen. They're like, "Oh, I'm ready. I got the disaster pack."
His garage is filled with MREs and stuff, and I wanted to eat one just to see what it's like.
Imagine that guy's on his deathbed and he's like, "I'm so pissed I bought that freaking thing and I never got a disaster."
Yeah, and his kids are like, "Those MREs are going to live longer than all of us." You know,
what's an MRE?
Meal ready to eat.
Oh.
It's like a military thing.
Yeah,
it's like the little packet.
Yeah,
it has like 5,000
space food.
Yeah. Has like 5,000 calories in it. It's like, you know, beef stew with potatoes.
Ooh, delicious.
I don't know what you do. I think you snap it.
You squeeze it up your ass. I don't know. I had to make a joke.
That's funny. Yeah. Up your ass food.
Like, what? I didn't know what I bought this. You're supposed to insert into rectum?
Pass the turkey baster. I'm hungry.
This is why you don't want to do the show anymore. You can't handle the dirty joke.
No, this is actually, this is okay.
Okay.
Of course, as soon as I announce the final episode, it's one of our best.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute, I think we might have something here.
Right. Should we move on in the news?
Let's go.
All right. Further in the news, keeping in line with our space aliens that we like to...
Wait a minute, we don't have a dick joke for the news for once in the last episode? You gotta be effing kidding me.
You know what? There's not a lot of dick news out there.
All right.
Unless you want to make some.
We should make a news channel for like dick news.
In dick news today.
Gardner touches himself in backyard
Right.
while women record.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe there's some accidents that, in the Philippines, man shreds penis while harvesting sugarcane or something,
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, space aliens are breeding with humans, university instructor says.
The space aliens have been breeding with humans for years.
What do you think? You think Jeff and Aaron are 100% human? No, we've got alien DNA. That's why we're so funny. Alien comedy DNA. So, we love to point out these wacky guys.
Mm-hmm.
There was already this professor a couple of episodes ago said space aliens have been among us forever.
Sure.
Outlandish claim has a secret breeding program creating alien-human hybrids who can survive climate change.
Yes. Oh my God.
Of course. It's all about freaking climate
You know who
change.
could else? You know who else could survive climate change? Me.
No. Don't you know you and all your ilk, you millennials, think the planet's going to be done in 12 years, man. Don't you know that?
Yes.
How do you... it's like when somebody does a lot of white trash stories and I look and I go, these are my people. And they're so freaking stupid.
Yeah.
And they're so freaking idiotic. They're making me look bad. Do you feel that way about your millennial friends?
Yes, but apparently AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she did say that if you believed her, you have the intelligence of a mole rat. So even she doesn't believe it.
Wow.
So she was just doing it as a joke. I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused. I can't follow that.
She was talking metaphorically or some BS. I don't know.
Metaphorically speaking, the planet will be... Oh,
yes.
So metaphorically speaking, the Jeff and Aaron Show will be a huge hit.
Metaphorically speaking, the Jeff and Aaron Show will continue and we'll have many more episodes.
Yeah, I didn't say we were... I said we were ending it, but that was a metaphor for something, that something's ending and there's going to be a new beginning.
Yes.
Well, anyway... right out there, maybe you've never seen space aliens, but recent polls indicate that up to 6% of Americans claim to have been abducted. 6% of 340 million people.
I don't believe that.
Wow.
But there is the Elvis theory where, 8% of the population still believes Elvis is alive. So these wacky people are out there, apparently.
I think they're just stupid people. But they're saying they have been abducted themselves.
I know, which is too high to, I don't know.
Do you think it's about them? I want to make this about me.
Well, I want to know who they're pulling. Are they truly pulling random people, or are they asking all these idiots out in the boonies or whatever?
Maybe they've gone to the West Coast bum explosion, these tent cities that have popped up. Say, hey, man, excuse me, sir, do you believe... Oh, I've been abducted by aliens.
I was probed.
I was abducted last weekend, and it was amazing.
You got a quarter?
They did things to me sexually, and I didn't mind too much because nobody been touching me lately, but can I borrow some loose change? Anyway, that's a good... do you know anyone that's ever claimed to be abducted?
No, I don't.
Sammy Hagar said he was abducted by
Sammy
aliens.
Hagar. Who's that?
The lead singer of Van Halen for 10 years back in the day, and a rock star in his own right.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar.
And if you listen to some of his songs, they're,
But does he still stand by that? He was abducted?
Oh, I think so.
Oh, wow.
I haven't heard him talk about it lately. I think he's, someone got a hold of him and said, look, man, you got to shut up.
Unrelated question. Has he done a lot of drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of drugs. And he's had a lot of sex.
Yes, I don't see
with
what
aliens.
Yeah, okay, apparently.
Anyway.
Is that the last news story?
Is it? I think it is.
Is that it? Is that the show?
I just want to tell you that the instructor who claims this was from Oxford University in England. Mm-hmm. And his name is Yong-hee Chi. Oh.
He was a Chinaman.
Oh. He teaches Korean
at
the university.
Okay, so he's probably Korean.
In lectures given at the university, he says they're creating alien-human hybrids as the hedge against climate change.
I think this is a rerun. Didn't you talk about this?
Nope.
Nope.
It's along the same lines. That's why I brought it up.
All right.
So guess what, folks? Good news. We're going to survive climate change. Bad news, you're going to be half alien.
That's okay.
Do you know?
You have to be tolerant. You have to be tolerant of the half aliens, the full aliens.
Right. Well, is Trump going to build a wall to keep those aliens out? We can't have these aliens coming into the United States and taking jobs. All right. Well, Aaron, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.
And then they're going to say that you can't call them aliens, right?
Right. They're not. They're xenomorphs, or something.
Anyway, Go back to the sentimental.
It's been fun, Aaron.
It's been real and it's been fun.
This is it. The
But it
final
hasn't been real
episode. You, whoever's watching on Twitch, you're witnessing the final episode of the Jeff and Aaron podcast.
Yeah.
62 are in the tank.
Reason being, you are the only viewer.
Reason being, you are the only viewer. You know, true greatness is never really recognized until after we're dead. So,
Or not at all.
are we going to feel good in 100 years that the Jeff and Aaron Show has got some huge cult following?
Maybe.
Like they come to find the Blanket Fort studio.
Could be.
People mill around and say, "Is this where it was? This
Yeah.
is where it was." Wow. Yeah. Weirdos will travel the world to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about Columbine?
Uh,
They're thinking about tearing the high school down because all these wackadoo people are showing up to, like, I don't know, like, oh, I just want to be here. Or where it happened.
Really?
Yeah. So they're thinking about tearing down this, whole
it
campus.
sounds reasonable, but then
It
again,
does.
that's also letting them win, though, in a way.
I would just arrest them on site or shoot them on site. You want to be part of it? Here, boom!
I'm saying you're letting the people who shot up Columbine win. It's like,
Right.
we shot up that school and it's never the same. And
Yep.
I mean, which is true, but
I don't know how you navigate
anyway,
that.
let's end the show.
But much like the Jeff and Aaron Show, the Columbine School will probably be torn down.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning us. Thanks for joining us. Maybe we'll be back one day. I have a little bit of hope. You never know.
You never know what the future will bring. But if there's a demand, if public sentiment is so out of control that
We
we
should
have
start
to
a
bring it back.
GoFundMe, though. That if they funded our microphone and everything, I think I'd be on board.
If they funded,
We
if
could
they-
get a nice microphone,
If they funded our time,
our time.
if we just could sit around all day putting content out, that'd
We
be
got
awesome.
time.
Time is an endless commodity, man.
Yeah.
All right, folks, have fun, enjoy, and remember, you heard it first here on the Jeff and Aaron Show.